In a New York courtroom today, a grave allegation against Donald Trump was said aloud and under oath. E. Jean Carroll taking the stand in her civil lawsuit against the former president and accusing him of rape. CNN's Paula Reed is just outside the courthouse for us. Paula, tell us more about Carroll's testimony today and the allegations that Trump has repeatedly denied.
Well, Wolf, Carroll has waited decades for this moment. Today, she spoke for the first time in a courtroom under oath, at times speaking through tears, as she recounted an alleged sexual assault by Donald Trump. Writer E. Jean Carroll taking the stand in the second day of her civil battery and defamation case against former President Donald Trump.
Are you looking forward to testifying today?
The first question her attorney asked, why she finally took her case to court. I'm here because Donald Trump raped me, and when I wrote about it, he said it didn't happen. He lied and shattered my reputation, and I'm here to try to get my life back. Carroll alleges Trump raped her in a department store in the 1990s.
It was a fight. I want women to know that I did not stand there. I did not freeze. I was not paralyzed. It was over very quickly. It was against my will, 100%, and I ran away.
She spent hours Wednesday testifying on the alleged assault, which Trump denies. She told the jury she didn't picture anything about what was about to happen when the pair were shopping in the New York Bergdorf Goodman. Through tears, she said the open dressing room door they entered plagued me for years because I just walked into it, walked in. She told the jury Trump shoved her against the wall, and then the assault began. I always think of why I walked in there to get myself in that situation, but I'm proud to say I did get out. I got my knee up and pushed him back. She's now suing Trump for unspecified monetary damages and to get him to retract this October 2022 social media post, reading in part, I don't know this woman. This woman is not my type. But in 2019, Trump acknowledged this photo from the 1980s, showing the two chatting.
I have absolutely no idea who she is. There's some picture where we're shaking hands. It looks like at some kind of event.
Trump, who isn't expected to appear at the trial unless called to testify, posted Wednesday calling the case a, quote, made-up scam. The judge in this case reacting strongly to Trump's public statement, telling his lawyer that it opens up the client to a, quote, potential liability. Tomorrow, Carroll will face more questions from her own attorneys, and then she will face cross-examination by Trump's lawyers, who have alleged that she completely made up this story for political purposes. And Wolf, even the most experienced defense attorneys know that cross-examining someone who alleges they have been sexually assaulted is a delicate task.
Paula Reed in New York for us covering this trial. Thank you very, very much. Let's get some analysis right now from CNN legal analyst Joey Jackson. Joey, thanks for joining us. You just heard E. Jean Carroll's harrowing testimony today under oath. Did she achieve what she needed to do today in front of the jurors?
Yeah, Wolf, good evening. By all accounts, at least that's happened till now, right? And let's remember there's not cameras in the courtroom, so we're relying upon what's being reported and noting with respect to what she said. I think there are three critical things that needed to be done, which apparently she's doing. Number one is to tell your story in compelling detail as we look at her there. Number two is to indicate to that jury how it impaired, affected, or influenced your life. And number three is really to buttress it by establishing that you have no ulterior motive for testifying other than you want your day after 30 years to tell your story. And so by all accounts, she's done that. The critical inquiry, Wolf, will obviously be under cross-examination, right? She's under direct. That's the ability of your lawyers to elicit responses from you, get out the information from you, tell the jury what happened to you. Under cross-examination, she'll be attacked, of course, by the defense team who says this didn't happen.
It's a stark contrast, clearly, to former President Trump. It's unlikely, we're told, he will actually testify, but he's made a series of very disparaging comments about this case as recently as this morning. Could that actually, though, undermine his own case?
I think it can undermine it, and here's why. Certainly jurors are instructed, Wolf, that you're not to pay attention to any of that. Nothing in the media, nothing in newspapers, nothing on Twitter or anything else. Having said that, the judge was none too pleased with regard to his tweeting and his statements, and really accused him of trying to influence the jury. And so in the event the judge has to take this a step further, not only in reminding his lawyer to tell your client to stop, but to give an instruction to the jury that would be damaging. At the end of the day, obviously, Wolf, the case will be won or lost by the testimony elicited in that courtroom.
Joey Jackson helping us appreciate what's going on. Thank you very, very much.